Hello guys, welcome to Police 10-8 Talk. I'm Joel. Got Bosco out here with us today. Finally got a little break in the unpredictable weather we've been having here in our part of the state. So we're out here today on a beautiful day at Fort Wilson today for you. We're gonna take a quick look at, do some shooting with a Glock 30S that Bosco has acquired. He's already started doing a little minor grip modifications to it. So give us just a sec. We'll move the camera in, cover some quick specs, and then we'll step over here and shoot. Be right back. Here we are at the tailgate, guys. Just going to go over some quick specs on this 30S. If you may notice, Bill's already started doing some minor modifications to it. But you have an overall length of 6.97 inches. You have a slide length of 6.77. Overall width is 1 inch, 0.38. Slide width is 1.12 inch. Overall height is 4.80 inches. This is in 45 ACP Gauge caliber. It is a safe action system. Magazine capacities they come in 9 rounds, 10 rounds, and 13 rounds. Barrel length is 3.78. Weight without magazine is 20.28 ounces. And weight with a loaded magazine is 30.16 ounce. So stand by, we're going to load up some mags and step over to the range. Here we are, we stepped over to the range, fixing to put some rounds through Boscos Glock 30S. Here we go. Range is hot. Stand by, Bill will be up next.
Hey everybody, it's Officer Bosco. Today I'm going to be shooting my Glock 30S. Also, just kind of give you a little backstory on the 30S real quick. It's actually the standard issue for the LAPD SIS, which is a Special Investigative Service. They're basically the elite of the LAPD. They were actually looking for a firearm that was similar to the Glock 30, but they wanted something with a slightly smaller slide on it and a slightly smaller frame on it, because they were carrying, they carry this thing concealed all the time. This gun is actually kind of a merging of two different guns made by Glock. The slides are technically from the 36, and the bottom half is the Glock 30 SF frames, which is SF stands for short frame. And like I said, they've been basically adopted by the LAPD SIS, and supposedly the legend is that's how this gun came to be, because the SIS talked with Glock, liked the 30, but thought it was the slide was too wide, which it is. Thought the frame was too wide, which it generally is. But the good thing about these two, the 30S, is it takes the same magazines as the 30. So that's the good thing. This is actually the elusive 9-rounder, which you can get it. If you can get the 9th round in there, I'd love to know how you can do it. I still haven't figured it out, but at least you can get 8 in here for sure. I get a Pierce grip extension on the bottom of it. But you can't get these. Actually, I bought this from Gun Mag Warehouse, which I'll give them a little shout out because they're a Florida company from Miami. Or at least I think they're in Miami or Lauderdale, down in that area of the state, but they're in Florida, I know that. So anyways, they do exist, the elusive 9-rounders, you can find them, but yeah, you're definitely going to have to generally order them. You're not going to find them in most stores. So anyways, I'm going to plink some rounds real quick, so stand by. Fly hot. Hot. Okay. Stand by, we'll give you some final impressions.
Here we are, we just shot a few rounds out of the Glock 30S here. One thing Bosco's already started doing is you might have saw in the close-ups back there, he's already started doing a little grip
modification.
Yeah, let's call it an improvement.
Yeah, grip modification.
He's already taken the hump off the back here. He's already relieved the finger guard. Got a nice index spot in here. It's a Glock. that's the wonderful thing with them. You can modify them, you can personalize them, find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and move on. I'm a big fan of 45 ACP. Unfortunately, I have little girly hands, so I find them a little, I mean, I can shoot them, but I'm not really, I can't get a real comfortable grip on it.
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
But I still shoot it pretty well. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, the main thing is the reason why I took those off is I was getting kind of a weird angle. I mean, I still shot it well. I qualified 40 out of 40. I actually carry, this is actually my new patrol pistol. Actually, my chief approved it. Just because it's a Glock and it's a 45, but I got a 40 out of 40. I got a perfect score. But the one thing I found is that little hump with these shorter frame Glocks, like even the 27s and the 26s, that little hump makes a big difference when you're grabbing it. I notice if you take the hump out, you get a much better purchase on it. This gun barely meets what I call my 2-finger rule, where I can touch my 2 fingers. That generally means it's going to be a fairly comfortable gun for me to shoot. Taking that hump off does make a difference. Plus, with the fact, since this is such an abbreviated frame, having those having the finger grooves on there means you're basically stuck with whatever grip you get. Without it on there, you can do a lot more to it. You can do a lot more.
It's more grippable for sure.
Yeah, you get a better grip. You can move it up and down a little bit more without the finger grooves on it, because this is such a shortened frame. You know, it does make a big difference. The cool thing about this too, if I didn't mention it, like I said, I started carrying this on patrol with the 10-round magazine, so that gives me 11 rounds, 45 ACP on tap. You can't beat that. And of course, it does have a lighting attachment. It will fit most holsters, and I say that word most holsters that'll fit a regular Glock, a 19 or a 23 or a 17 or 22. I've only found one holster so far, duty holster, it will not fit, and that's the Serpa Epic. But if it's the Blackhawk or the Blackhawk Serpa, it does fit the Epic. The ALS holster, it fits fine from Safariland, and actually it also fits the SLS holster for Safariland as well. So, and like regular holsters, like this is a regular Blackhawk Serpa holster for regular Glock, it fits this perfectly fine. So because of that smaller frame and the shorter, and the basically the 36 side slide, it will fit a lot of the holsters for the regular Glocks.
Cool.
So you don't need special holsters for it. So just to throw that part in there as well.
Well, guys, come back and see us.
Just remember to be safe and watch your six.